So the first step of creating an insert statement is to find out where that you can. And so anywhere that you see these three little lines right here is where you can put in an insert statement. And as you go through IEPs and different documents, you're going to see when you go ahead and click on it that there are a ton of public statements. Now that's not the case in this one. And right here I am on a progress monitoring page. So you might want to create your own. Now keep in mind, of course, that this is something we all know, is that all kids are individualized. You don't want to necessarily have rote pat answers for everything. You want to make these maybe sentence starters so you can go ahead and just make life a little bit easier for you. So let me show you how to do that. So right here it says public. You want to switch this where it says public by clicking on this down arrow, and you want to go to where it says personal and then click on personal. Now this is going to allow you to edit these. So in order to edit, pretty easy, click on edit statements. And here you can go ahead and put whatever you might find appropriate. So you can go ahead and you can put in anything that makes sense. So a student has participated well in social work. Student has exhibited difficulty participating in occupational therapy. As of this reporting period, student can complete blank jumping jacks. Whatever makes sense to you, whatever you use quite often as a sentence starter or to go ahead, when something that you put in regularly, go ahead and you can put it in. And so let's go ahead and look and see what happens when you do that. Make sure you press save, by the way. And then when you go ahead and you click, remember, public, don't look there, go to personal. And there's your personal statements. And you can click on them and they will pop right on in there. Super easy. And then you can just put in 1,000 jumping jacks or whatever makes sense. Now hopefully that can make your life just a little bit easier. Now let's say you want to take it up a notch and get just a little bit fancy. Let me show you how to do that using something called macros. Don't worry, super easy. So we are back in our same page. We're going to go back, we're going to click on those three little lines. We're going to click on the down arrow to go back to personal. We're going to go ahead and click on edit statements just like before. Now here is where it gets fancy. I'm going to show you the whole screen. Right here is the macros. So if I want, I can use first name, last name, and then I can type in the rest of what I would like to use. So first name, last name can pronounce the TH sound. I'm going to go ahead and save it. I'm going to close it, and now I'm going to show you how to use that one. So you go ahead and you click on the insert statement box again. Go to personal. And now with this one, I'm going to click on this macro, or this one that has the macro rather. You can see it's popped in here and it says first name, last name. Now this is not just a prompt for you to write that in. What you do is you can click on Save Done Editing, and this student's name is Practice Student, by the way. And you can see right here, it says Practice Student can pronounce the TH sound. So if your student's name was Bugs Bunny, it would say Bugs Bunny, and you get the idea. So pretty easy. So let me show you one more time. Click on your insert statements, go to personal, edit statements, go to the macro that you want, and I generally just use the first name, last name, and sometimes I use the binary identifiers, but I try and stay away from that now. Want to make sure everything's on its own line. Now, these are not rocket science things, and you guys are rocket science. You will put in all these wonderful things. These are just ideas. Click on Save. Close. Go back to Personal. And you can see it in there as well. So easy as pie, and it sounds very fancy using macros. So one last thing. So say you have all of these wonderful insert statements, and when you go here, it's not there. It's not the end of the world. It's just, it doesn't have it on each one. So all that you have to do is go back to where you have your insert statements. Click on Edit, and then you can just copy go back into the next one, go to Personal, click on Edit, and then you can paste it. And so that way you can have it for each of the 5 rows that you possibly would want it for. So I hope this is easy. If you have any questions, make sure that you give me a call or give me an email, and I will be happy to help.